was embarrassing, disappointing. We did a sea trial. Everything checked perfect on the sea trial. The boat got underway, went about 4 hours up to Naples, and that's when he noticed that there was some water coming in through the dripless coupling. Wow, we've had a little bit of a rough time. We had a kind of a major fail. Thank God everybody's safe. The boat's safe, everything's fine. Long story short, we did a job and it was a running gear job. Some of the running gear shifted after it got under high load at high RPM. What I ended up doing was I knew a guy that knows some people up there in Naples, so I called and got a reference for a company because he was all the way up in Naples. That's, you know, that's like, I don't know, what is that, an 8-hour drive for us, I think. I called a buddy of mine, knew some people up there. He made a referral to me. I explained the situation. I told him who I was, and he was very gracious and got a guy over there the very next morning. They found the problem. We already kind of knew what the problem was because I've been talking to the owner all this time. I feel that we did the right thing. We owned up to it. We paid for the expenses as far as his slip rental goes there in Naples. We paid for that also. I had to do that because that was the right thing to do. We had to own up to it, and that's what we did. And we're also using this as a learning experience. You know, quality insurance is always right at the forefront of my mind. Even though I did physically check the bolts, maybe I could have done a better job and been more involved during the install of the part that shifted. We're going to just make sure that we're focused on quality and doing the jobs right and owning up to them if they're not. So to us and our company, our reputation, honesty is everything. We try very hard to maintain both those, and I would like to say that for the majority of it, we do a good job. We have a lot of repeat clients that stand by us. They've been clients for years and years and years, and they always refer us to other clients. We'll still carry on. We're still going to be working, and we're going to get it done, and we're going to do it right. And like I said, if we have a problem, we're going to own up to it and make it right. I talked to him several times, and the last conversation I had with him, you know, I apologized again. I said, sorry, this is not how we usually, our jobs don't turn out like this. And he said, Matt, he says, I'm not even worried about it. You guys didn't try to pass the buck, didn't try to blame anybody else. And he said, you owned up to it. He didn't expect me to pay for it, but I said, no, that's the right thing to do. So we did. The last thing he said to me before we hung up on the phone was, Matt, don't worry about it. If I come down there and I need help fixing my boat, you're my first phone call. So that really made my day, and it helped me see the light at the end of this dark tunnel that we were in. So if you guys have any questions about what happened, I would love to hear from you. And if you had any recommendations of how I could have done things differently. All right, good morning. Down here at the Galleon, getting ready to take a client's boat over for some TLC to the yard. It's getting a bottom job and a wax job. And I brought my niece Avery and her friend Jade along for the boat ride. Oh, and he just got this repowered. It's a brand new 200 Yamaha that he got put on there. So this thing should ride sweet compared to what it used to. It used to have a 140 on there, and it was kind of a dog. Now it should go pretty good. We'll put you guys right there for now. And just watch your toes here. Let me check something here real quick. All right, we got floaters, life jacket things. So we'll be taking some video, so come on with us. How many times have you been on a boat?
This is my second time. I've been on a boat a few times.
I know. All right. There's a big girl. How many feet is that? How much did that thing cost? Dang, that thing's pretty. Lots of staterooms in that thing. That's where they do helicopter operations over there. Those are all barracks back there. A couple 3H-60s sitting there. This is the Key West mooring field right here. That's the actual Army dive school out there. So things get a little tight right in here. I just slowed down a little bit to courtesy for that other boat. And we're going to be going through, we're going to head up here and take Cow Key Channel over to the other side of Key West and Stock Island. So this is Cow Key Bridge, and things get a little tight in here, but we got a couple inches, so we're good. Got to make sure you put your antennas down and your fishing poles down. I've seen many of boats forget to take them down and get all tore up. Right back there is Hurricane Hole Marina. That's the VA hospital, or clinic, I guess. And this right here is Mallory Square. It's condominiums and timeshares. And we're going up here right around the corner to Buddy's Boat Yard, getting this thing hauled out. Water's pretty clear. Be a good day for do some snorkeling. It's like some old derelict boats out here. I think that boat in the back, I think that's an old Navy Liberty boat. And if I'm not mistaken, I worked on this boat a long time ago. A guy bought it and was trying to fix it up as a sport fish, and looks like it's been out here, I think, for a couple of years now, and I think he ran out of money. It's not the first boat that's been like that. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's an old Liberty launch. What do you guys think? Somebody probably bought that at an auction. And it says Aqua Limo 2 on top. Looks like it's seen better days, that's for sure. Hey, see that thing floating in the water straight ahead? That's a Portuguese man of war.
Oh, I see it.
They are bad news. I can't get too close because it's super shallow over there, but I'll get over there a little bit. So it has tentacles hanging down underneath of it. And sea turtles eat them and they get stoned. Oops, gotta go around. Big old catamaran there. I got one more. Oops, missed it. I don't know how long it is. So it should just be out for a couple days.
Okay.
We'll probably start on it tomorrow, finish up early next week.
Just coming out for a pressure wash in the bottom in the...
Yeah, I don't even know if it needs a pressure wash. You make the judgment call when you get it out.
Okay.
Do you want the engine up or down?
Oh, please.
Let's see here. Oh, sure. Okay, I just pulled up in this 21-foot Sea Fox, and let me tell you, I drove this boat before when it had a Suzuki 140 on it, and it was a dog. With this 200 on it, man, it's sweet, which is really exciting because my boat is 19 feet and I'm putting a 200 on mine. So as fast as this thing goes, my boat should go even faster, which is what I need, like a hole in the head. This is a friends of ours boat. We're gonna haul it out, do a quick bottom job on it, just put a quick scuff on the paint and then put fresh bottom paint on it. And we're also gonna do a quick wax job on it. And then I'm gonna take it back over and put it in the slip form. Had a lovely ride over with my niece and her friend Jade. They were down for spring break and they enjoyed it. Actually, it was Jade's only her second time being on a boat in her whole life. I was happy to be able to give them a ride.
Oh, looks like a safety check out there.
Some kind of check. Ooh, 2 guys going in. So I got the guys headed downtown, 3 of them, 2 trucks, a lot of equipment to go pull that generator. They're getting set up. I'm gonna also head down there because I wanna be there when they pull it out. I'm going to another client's boat that has asked me to look at the AC units. I guess they're offline again. It's a charter boat. He either wants me to replace them or see what I can figure out. That's where I'm headed. So I'm gonna show you guys something. This is my work truck. It doesn't have automatic door locks. You have to use the key every time. Who's seen one of these recently? There's probably seen it. Young people out there don't even know what that is. Oops.
This last week, we've had quite a few calls for air conditioning, and that's because yesterday it felt like 90 degrees, and it is only March, but we've gotten quite a few calls because it's much warmer and people can't sleep on their boats. We've had lots of complaints about people being too hot. I know some of you are still freezing in other parts of the country, but we've been warm.
It rained earlier this morning when we were still sleeping. Everything's all wet still.
I bet it's going to be hot like yesterday.
Yeah, but at least there seems to be some breeze right now. But yeah, once that sun comes up and it starts getting all this rain burned off, humidity is going to be high. I've heard they have really good burritos there.
I've yet to have one, I guess. Somebody doesn't take me out enough.
No, I know. I hear that all the time. Saving for my retirement.
It's pretty quiet over here at the Perry Hotel this morning. And look at us. We are so lucky. We're working in the front. We're not having to go all the way to the fuel dock today. I think we've been here before.
We have.
We did an emergency service a couple months ago on a Saturday, I remember. We were saving our charter for them at that point in time.
Yeah, well, we're saving it again. So air conditioner 1 is blowing the breaker. So let's see what we have.
Yeah, didn't something blow up or something last time we saw?
I think that was on that one though. Remember some stuff, not always a lot. That's no bueno.
Not a good sign.
No. So if you're wondering what I'm doing right here, this is a capacitor. So it's like a battery, but instant discharge, I guess you could say. And you have to short them out before you work on them because otherwise they can shock you pretty good. So I've been bit a few times. We checked the capacitors on there. There's a run and a start cap capacitor. They show shorted on my test set. So we're gonna run to the local HVAC shop and see if we can scrounge up some parts.
That I was gonna come over here near Ocean's Edge, which we come to frequently, and I was gonna see if I could find Fred. I saw some chickens over here and I wanted to see if we could see him. There he is. Look at that. He's behind this 18-wheeler. This guy is so big. He probably stands about, I'm guessing, 30 inches is how big he is. Look, he's coming towards me. He must think I have something for him. He is a monster, isn't he? He's a beauty. Look at this guy. Can you even believe Let me pick some grass and throw some stuff. He's wise. Look at him, boy. Fred, look at my buddy.
They don't have the parts, so I just texted them, waiting to find out. But I guess if I have to run all the way down there. All right, let's go.
All right, we're back.
So this is a capacitor, 45 microfarads, plus or minus 6%. So you take this little test set. You can use a regular meter too. It's just this is easier. Put these on here and put this guy on there. See, that means short. So it's shorted out inside. The client has decided, because these units are old, he's going to replace this one. Or I'm going to replace this one. We're going to secure this one down, and that one is running still, so he should be kind of okay in here. Helps if you put it the right way. And before I forget, you're going to put some tape across that circuit breaker so nobody tries to turn it on, or at least it should tell them not to turn it on. There's a little bit of sparkage when it trips, so we don't want that happening too much on here so that nobody tries to. Hopefully that will tell people, hey, don't turn that on. Doesn't always work, trust me. What if I got the fan blowing? That would at least help circulate air. Let's have the fan on over here, but even that's not wanting to run. So I'm expecting the circuit board is also no good. Capacitor is bad, but I can't get one today. They don't have it in town. I'd have to order it. It's kind of special. I believe that the circuit board has got an issue too because it's an older unit. It's called a Q relay system, and they're not great to begin with. So the owner said don't spend any more time on it because I have fixed it in the past. So he's going to replace it. So I'm going to order one, and we'll get it changed out.
Wow, people are already sitting at the pool.
That breeze has dropped off just a little bit, and it's getting warm out here.
It is getting very warm out here already. What is it, 9 o'clock maybe?
Yep.
Super toasty.
Just saw this. This is one of the companies we recommend here in town, John Chamberlain, although his son pretty much runs it these days, Jacob. But yeah, these are the bottom cleaner guys we recommend and use. Give them a call if you need help.
305-900-8696 and tell Pat that we sent you.